to all of the platforms. Absolutely. Yeah, life is what you make it. I agree. Okay, so let's see. We were at fantasy and broken heart and false person. Look, we have to be authentic. This is really what it comes down to. You know, this is about authenticity. Yeah, you know, honestly, people are always going to do what they think and feel is best. You're not going to be able to tell somebody, it wouldn't matter the age. That's why I always say I respect whatever somebody wants to do with their life, let them do it. That's up to them, right? Sorry about the glitch on YouTube, the live quit. So, second time today. Hi, Katie Louise. You just got home from a party. Nice. So let's see. The recent past is strength, having the strength and the courage to move yourself forward, right? And I think that's been the lesson lately is like, how do you push through? How do you find the strength? What gives you strength? What motivates you? What inspires you? If you are in a state of bitterness, hi, Allison. If you are in a state of bitterness, you have to ask yourself, what does that serve you? Hi, Paul. What does that serve you? What does that anger serve you or that resentment serve you? Oh, you saw 1, 2, 3, 4? Moving forward. Yeah, you're on your way up. You know? So let's see. What else is the recent past? Storm. It's not been easy. There's been a storm of energy lately. A lot of like grief or tension or a bit of anger. But that's just because we're getting to the end of the year and people are feeling like, what's next? What am I going to worry about? What nothing to worry about? That's the basics right now. But how do you know it's not going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? How do you know it's not going to be a great year next year? So Liz, you feel that way? So Liz, what is it that you're trying to process? What's got you all stirred? What is it that you want to do that maybe you haven't been able to? Oh, is it bad out right now, Matt? Like there's an actual storm? Yeah, there's no need to ask why, when, or how when you trust the process. Yeah, 3 through 3, for sure. The strength position right now is the child card. This is the Fool. Trust and take a leap of faith. I mean, this is what it is right now. You've got to find the energy to take that leap, to be open. And I mean truly open, not just perceived openness, not this, it's going to come dropping into my lap. It doesn't work that way. What are you doing to be clear in your intentions and not contradict yourself? Because many people contradict their energy. So. So let's see, the child card. Only you. The card says attached. I think the issue sometimes is like you have to ask yourself, like, what are you attached to? Liz, you're a Pisces, correct? If I remember correctly. I can help you with that if you ever need it. I can work through that with you. So Liz, sometimes, let me try to give you an answer that is general, but hopefully makes sense. Hold on one quick sec. I have to verify the live here. When people make moves, even small moves, what tends to happen is they stay in that energy of celebration of that move for a little bit too long. They relish in that. They say, but I just made a move. Hi, Lone Wolf. Merry Christmas. They say, but I made a move, but I just made a move. Why do I have to make another one? So we avoid making more moves. And then when we don't make more moves, the universe comes at us and pokes at us and prods us and frustrates us, gives us things to be frustrated about. But the reason why is because we're not listening. We're being stubborn. We're avoiding something. So the issue is probably, Liz, you've got to make another step, even a small step, and then continue to take those steps. You've probably just stayed a smidge too long in a particular energy, and now it's frustrating you. Thank you, Lone Wolf. That's very kind of you. Yeah, so Nick just said they need to release a step and take the next. Like, I always think of it like a staircase, because every time you take a step on the staircase, you're releasing an old one. The problem is that most people don't like to release the step. They want to hang on. And I've been saying this in my videos a lot lately, or in my live sessions. It's like people who are digging their nails into the side of a cliff, trying to avoid the fall or the tower moment, when in reality, the tower moment is absolutely necessary in order to recalibrate and to be better. You're trying to become more used to receiving the good in life. I mean, there is a lot of good. We just have to know how to look for it. Thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it. You know? Okay, let's take a look at something else here. Let's see what else we need to know. Hi, David. Thank you, Stephen. Merry Christmas. And when you try to shift or step up, you feel like there are many roadblocks. So I agree in trying to make the next step, but I'm finding it difficult. Liz, I can help you if you need it. But I also think, forgive me, Liz, because we know each other for a long time. I'm going to make a guess, and I won't say it specifically, but I'll just say it to you so you understand. More than likely, you need to listen to yourself, listen to your own heart, listen to your own intuition. It's hard when we want to please people or we want to do right by everybody else. And when we do that, Pisces in particular, and all signs do this, but Pisces, they really try to keep the peace. And sometimes that peace isn't really your peace. It's other people's peace, and it doesn't serve you. So you have to look at the boundaries and doing what's right for you. Make sense, Joe? Yeah. So, yeah, fatality, ending. We have to let go of the attachments. That's the issue, you know? It's the attachment. When you're putting expectations, you know, expectations are the root of all problems. A lot of the times we're looking for people to reciprocate in the way in which we would, and that's where we go wrong, because if you're not giving out of good intentions or pure intentions, you're going to be very disappointed. You cannot expect people to do the same thing that you would do, because you're you and they're them. And I know that expectations are a major issue. You know? All right, let's take a look at the near future. What do we need to know? Seven of Wands. I've seen a lot of Seven of Wands lately. Nick, there's another one. If we've been talking about what have we seen lately, what cards. Seven of Wands. Are you on the offensive or are you on the defensive? If you are somebody who is like in victim mentality, and pardon me for using that term because I don't always like to use it, but there are a lot of people right now who are in that victim mentality. Why is this happening to me? Okay. And it's like a wounded animal in a corner. Oh, I'm so glad, Janine. It's like a wounded animal in the corner. And there's a defensiveness. And there's this perceived, you're going to hurt me. If you're in that energy, you're going to get more of it. Whereas the Seven of Wands can also be this energy of like standing up. Like, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to stand up. And look, it's not easy to do. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that takes time. Here's my advice on boundaries, okay? You have to, I know that's okay, Carrie, it's okay. I waited, but we will, that's okay, no worries. I figured something happened. I don't worry about it. We will reschedule. If you're making boundaries, that's okay. I hope everything's okay with your furnace. When you make boundaries, you are not the one that needs to be worn down. It's the other people or the other person, okay? Meaning, when you try to make boundaries, everybody wants to like wear you down. They want you to give up because they like you in an energy where you currently are. And you're battling that to try to be better and to do better. But like people just keep like hitting you hard, or like sort of like pushing you down, and it's not easy. You have to be the one to be stronger, to withstand all that resistance. They're the ones that have to back down. They're the ones that have to get too tired. You have to be the one to push through even when it's difficult. And I know it's not easy. I really do, because that's what I'm saying. None of this happens overnight. You will never, ever make boundaries in a day. It can take, realistically, months and years. It's not even something that takes days and weeks. It takes months and years of consistency. Carrie, I don't know if I can do tomorrow, because the problem is that it's Christmas Eve and I have to go visit my family. I can do after. I can do after Christmas. I'll message you. You have to nourish yourself. You have to recognize that you're going to grow. And remember that sometimes you don't see what's going on behind the scenes or beneath the surface or the roots beneath the ground. You just don't know. You just don't know. You'll know when you know. You'll see it when you're ready to see it. So let's see. You have to allow the death and rebirth. You have to allow the new energy to come through. Look, a new seedling is going to turn into something beautiful, but it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to all of a sudden have a tower moment and suddenly tomorrow you wake up and you're like dancing around and living your best life. It doesn't work that way. You've got to work for it. You've got to push through. Nobody said this was going to be easy. I would never promise you that this is going to be easy, but I can tell you that it's worth it. Your suggested approach right now is the 7 of good cheer. Now, there's the 7 of cups. I've seen the 7 of cups a lot. Look, you have options, and I want to remind you, I haven't said this in a long time. You have quality options. Stop saying to yourself that you don't have options, because if you sit there and say, I don't have options, I don't have anything, then you get nothing, okay? If you sit there and say you're confused, I don't know, guess what? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I'm confused, I'm confused, I'm confused. Brings you more I don't know, and I'm confused. If you cannot make a decision, how do you expect the universe to deliver anything to you? How do you expect to get anything that you want if you yourself can't make a decision? And oftentimes in love, okay, you're waiting on somebody to decide, okay? You're waiting on someone to decide. You're waiting on them to tell you. If you're waiting on somebody to tell you and they can't decide, what does that say about yourself? No offense, please. I'm not trying to be rude, but this goes for me too. Like, if I'm waiting on someone else to make a decision because they can't make a decision, then what does that mean for me? I'm not making decisions. So therefore, how do I expect anybody to make a decision if I'm not making a decision? You know, it's like we put so much emphasis on another person's decision making and whether they love us or whether they choose us. Well, what about your love and what about your choice? You have the choice, you have the power. It's just that we're afraid to exercise that power because we're afraid that people are going to leave us. They're not going to love us. They're going to, whatever. I don't know what are we so afraid of sometimes? What are they going to do to us? Of course I can. I can work. Listen, I work with people weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, whatever, all the time. People always say, Kelly, what are we going to talk about? For any of you who do sessions with me, you know, what are we going to talk about? Trust me, we find lots of things to talk about. Random things that you never thought you would imagine. Hi, Torben. So, yeah, everybody's basically a mirror of ourselves, Mish. This is the truth. We have to learn to be better decision makers, is really what it is. Now, with that, we have soulmates. You're going to attract your soulmate when you start deciding what you want. You know, I always think of the line, I know Dr. Joe Dispenza would say it, but I don't know who invented it, but the idea that, like, make a list of all the things you want in a person and be those things. That's really what it comes down to. Make a list. What do you want in a person? Be those things. And I'm not talking about I need this specific person or it has to be this person. It's not about the person. It's about what does this person embody? What kind of energy do they have? What are their traits? Are they kind? Are they funny? Are they generous? Are they smart? Like, what are those things? What are those things? Do I believe in free will? Of course I do. Everybody has a choice. Look, I believe we're going to get from point A to point B in our soul contract. I do. But we have a decision along the way of how much we want to make this painful for ourselves or not. Right? And you're right. Janie just said, I could have strong feelings, but I understand free will. I can't force a soul to come in. You can't. It's like love. The one of the worst, exactly. Never without a conversation and definitely laughter. You're right, Kirsten. We do. We talk about a lot of things and we laugh. But like, this is the one thing that I think is the hardest for people to understand. And this was myself included. You cannot force someone to be with you. You cannot force someone to have the capacity to be in a relationship with you. It doesn't work that way. If you've ever been in a situation where somebody is insisting that they're your person and you know that they are not, like, I don't know what's so hard to understand. Thank you, I'm flattered, but no, you're not my person, or no, I don't have the same feelings, or no, I don't have the capacity. This is the basics of a relationship. You cannot force somebody. And we've all been guilty to some extent of wanting to force that. But there comes a point where we have to accept and we have to detach. You know? Thank you, Joe. Sending you lots of love as well. So we have to learn, again, going back to the art of detachment, that at a certain point we have to let things be. We have to trust the process. If something is resisting, then there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You're not going to lose what's meant for you. So let's see. Court of law, justice. We want equal giving and receiving. We don't want anything one-sided. We don't want anything one-sided. You want to give me a hug? Thank you. Suresh, don't misunderstand me. I am not hurting. These conversations are about the collective energies that people go through and that they feel. I always say, if I don't tell you the truth, who's going to tell you? Because there's a lot of people who will lie to you and they will feed it and they will not give you the right advice or the right direction. That's why people come to me for honesty. They don't come to me for fluff. People do not come to me looking for me to tell them whatever they want to hear. That's how I know when somebody's serious, is when they're really ready to talk to me, because you already know what I'm going to say. You already know where I'm going to go with the conversation, but you also know my heart and you know my intentions and how I will give you my all. I will always give you my all because I want you to have the best of the best of the best. That is an automatic. But sometimes it comes with a little bit of hack. Hard ass Kelly, I have to tell you the truth. Yeah, exactly, Jose. I gotta speak the truth, because like I said, if I don't tell you, who will? So that's the thing my mother used to always say. My mother used to always say, well, people are gonna lie to you. I'm your mother, I'm gonna tell you, you know? Thank you, Jim. You're welcome, Carrie. I try. It's not easy. It's not easy to be this honest. Let me tell you, I go to bed at night sometimes and I think to myself, oh my gosh, Kelly. Like, I really do. I take this very, very serious. Thank you, Blake. Merry Christmas to you. I take what I do very seriously. And I like I said, I go to bed sometimes and I go, oh, Kelly, are you too honest? Did you say it too harsh? Did you do it justice? I think about these things all the time. All the time. If you only knew. I think about it even with my students. Did I do enough for them? Did I do enough for them? Did I get the point across? Did I do the lesson right? Did I say the right words? Like really, it's a huge responsibility that I take very, very seriously. And so I hope you all know that. Yeah, it's easy to lie, harder to speak the truth. Thank you, Janie. Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. Okay, what do we need to know today? The Knight of Canes, the Knight of Swords. You got to move forward. This is what it is. You've got a purpose to fulfill. You've got a job to do. You've got a job to do. You know, twin flames is an interesting label because it can embody so many things. It's really not about romance, although that's part of it. It's really about mirroring, as we talked about earlier, shared feelings and reflection and learning to love ourselves. I do, yeah. Do I believe in a portal between tarot and collective? Yeah, I do. Because listen, tarot cards are not going to tell you your future. They're going to tell you what the current energy is and the path that you're on. But it's not going to tell you that this is going to happen next Wednesday at 2 p.m. I appreciate it, Lynn. Thank you. And let's see what else we need to know. The Lovers. Oh boy, deep soul connections. All of this is meant to make you better and stronger and happier, even though you may not see it in the moment. It's helping you. So we got to move forward. We got to open our hearts. This is the thing. You have to take that risk. How do you know it's not going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? Seriously, how do you know? So, all right, hope and or fear. Death and rebirth. Look, you're hoping for new, but you fear the new. Yeah, tarot is kind of like meteorology. Yeah, it can be. It's like gauging the weather, the temperature, right? The energy. So, oh, thanks, Shuggy. I appreciate it. How are you? The harder the better, says Jose. You're funny. Sorry, that was a big sigh. The fear is the mask. What's behind the mask? What are the feelings? What are my real feelings? You know? It's tough. It's tough. Totally get it. Thank you, Fifi. I appreciate it. All right. Merry Christmas to you too, Carrie. I appreciate you so much. Let's see what else. At the end, yeah, at the end of the day, fate, Mother Nature is going to do what it wants. Exactly, Nick, exactly. Merry Christmas, Mish. Take care. Have a wonderful holiday. Yes, happy solstice. Rich Lord. Isn't this what we all want? We want abundance, right? We want that strong masculine energy. We want to be ambitious. Don't be afraid to be ambitious. If it's for your personal growth and evolution, then do it. If it's chasing a relationship, don't do it. But if it's for your growth, always put yourself first. A Rich Lord is on your Christmas list. Perfect. Amazing, Matt. Amazing. Probable outcome. Oh, thank you so much. I thank you. Thank you. Probable outcome. The Three of Gifts. This is the Three of Pentacles. Now, here's another card that I keep seeing, Nick. Three of Pentacles. This is the idea of an upgrade, a leg up to your current situation, right? This is the idea of an offer that could be so amazing. How do you know it's not going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? I want you to believe, not just because it's Christmas, not because it's a magical time of year. I want you to believe. You wish this was Oprah and we were all getting that, a rich Lord for you, for you, for you. Absolutely. So we want an upgrade to a current situation. We want hope. We want hope. There's nothing wrong with hope. There's nothing wrong with believing in miracles. There's nothing wrong with believing in good things and good people. There are good people out there. Stop telling yourself that things are bad. I mean, yes, is there dark in the world? Of course. But there's also a lot of light. Happy holidays. Thank you so much, Polly. There's also a lot of light in this world. And again, you got to appreciate the gifts that are being given to you, because there's always something positive, you know? So let's see. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There is, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, a gentleman is our probable outcome. You know, I'm sorry, because I know how hard it is to be cheated on and no closure, but closure comes from you. Should you contact someone who does not reach out much? No, no, I would not. Take care, Alone. That's you, Josh? Josh, there you go. Josh, I said gentleman, and there you are. Beautiful. Handsome. A gentleman energy is stability and self-confidence, good news and realism. This is a lovely energy, and I do believe that's what's coming in. Nick, you're funny. Oh, there's definitely a beautiful energy coming through. I want you to believe, okay? As I believe. You're not alone, Raven. This is going to be the time. This is a tower moment where, yes, it's unfair, but you got to stand up and you got to make it or break it for yourself. And you're going to make it. You're going to do everything possible. I believe in you. Perfect, Kat. Good, Lynn. I'm glad you believe. I mean, nobody has to say it if you don't want to, but how many of you believe? Let's have a collective energy of this right now. Let's take a moment and just collectively say, we got this. We're going to be okay. I believe. I really do. And I wouldn't just say that if I didn't feel it or I didn't know it in my heart. We got this. Exactly. Oh, Lynn, I appreciate it. I'm so glad. I'm looking forward to 2026 with you as well. I'm so happy that I'm on this journey with you guys, really. You're with me and I'm with you, and we're going to figure this out. Thank you, Teresa. We got this. Yes. Yes. We're going to trust the process. Trust the process, Kelly. Story of my life. That's why I share it with all of you. Be careful, Josh. Be careful. It led you to here. Well, maybe this is where we're all meant to be, right? If we got to make it or break it, we're going to make it. And I learned that from my father. You know, there was no room for failure. Oh, interesting. Harold just showed up here. That's my dad's name. I looked up. I just mentioned my dad. That's my dad's name, Harold. You know, so we're going to make it. But anyways, I got to run. I've got to get the garbage ready, unfortunately. And combien de fois tu le dis, trust the process? Endlessly, Matt. Endlessly. How many times do I say trust the process? Endlessly. Merry Christmas, Jennifer. I got to get the garbage out. I got to go get some gas because I got to make a lengthy drive tomorrow. I got to get some gifts ready, some things to do. And yeah. But anyways. You were thinking of Laverne and Shirley theme song. Hey, listen, whatever it takes. Thank you, Raven. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I wish you a lot of happiness as well. You deserve it. Oh, that was a weird sound. So anyways, take care of yourselves, everybody. Thank you, Jose. Have a wonderful evening. I definitely will. I send you all so much love, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. We will be in touch in the next few days. Okay? So thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. I hope you got something out of this reading today. I know this was a bit of a hack session, tough talks, serious talks, but I want you to know that it comes from my heart, and that I want you truly to have the best of the best of the best. This is what it's about. Okay? Thank you, Kat. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. Bonne soirée, Mathieu. I'm so glad. Thanks, Lynn. Okay, I gotta go. Anyways, enjoy your holiday, everyone, and we'll connect very soon. Thank you, Alice. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I send you all lots of love. Okay? All right, Instagram. Take care. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye. All right. Take care, YouTube. Thank you to my moderators. Jose, you're amazing. I appreciate all of you being here with me. So take care.